Alright, so today we're going to be taking a look at envelopes. Envelopes are pretty simple actually. It just takes the average. Very similar to Bollinger Bands, but instead of using two standard deviations for those Bollinger Bands, we use a percentage above and below an exponential average, simple moving average, any type of average, and just basically uh, creating this upper and lower kind of envelope. So we will be using a 20 period simple moving average for this example. So once you've downloaded your data, just go to column H to calculate the average. And again, we're going to use a 20 period average. So average. Round that to 2 decimal places. Fill the rest of them. Now for the upper envelope, like I said, it's just a percentage above the average. So in this case, we just take your average and multiply that by 10%. So in this case, it'll be 110%. It's over 100 because 100% is our average. So 10% above the average, basically. So round that to 2 decimal places. Double click it to fill, and the lower, so again taking the average and multiplying that by 0.90, which is 10% below the 100%, which is our average. So 10% above and below is our envelope. So double click to fill. Okay, once you have that, I'll just scroll down to get, let's see, can we do this? Take your date, your close, upper and lower. Or actually, let's just take a look at the last data, just because it's too much data, and we're gonna get a really really big charts. It's a lot of information. So let's take a look at June. So take these values here for June. Take your close, upper and lower. So this is what your envelope looks like for June. Let's go back further. Say May. So again, take your dates, close, upper and lower. And there we go. Here's your envelope. So based off of this, you can see that there's some values here that cross the upper envelope, and it's continuous. So if you want to create a strategy, you can just simply get let's just say we want to short whenever the close is above the upper envelope. So in that case, go to your formula tab, formula builder. I'm going to create an if statement. So again, if the close, in this case, if this is greater than or equal to the upper envelope, then we want to short it. And again, if we're going to use debits and credits. So in this case, if we're shorting, it would be a credit. So it's positive 100 shares. Sorry about that. 100 shares. And we're gonna short the close. And if it isn't, then just put 0. Alright, so again, double tap that to fill. And create another if statement here. So if this, if there's any values here on column K that are greater than 0, then you want to debit or close the next one, the next close. So what I'm basically saying here is if say this was above the upper envelope, then this would have a value here. So if so I'm basically saying if this is greater than 0, it would contain a value greater than 0. I want to close out my position on the very next day, the very next close, to be more specific. So that's what I'm doing here. So the next close would be this one, 994. Else, if not, then just put 0. So double click that there, and as you can see, there's a couple values here. So go to column M, and I just want to sum the values. I just want to basically do the sum of my debits and credits. So just basically do the sum of L and K. Enter. Double tap that to fill. And this would be our profits, basically, based off of 100 shares. So we see 132 bucks, 19 bucks, a loss of 19 here, and so on and so forth. So I mean, they're pretty useful if you want to create similar strategies. And if you wanted to do something like if the close is lower than the lower envelope, then buy. Similar to the Bollinger Band idea, but in this case, using the simple moving average. And I'll make another video showing you guys how to use GoalSeek to really maximize this strategy. But for now, this is just a simple tutorial on how to create envelopes. So once again, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.